Carbon's new hybrid shape is a welcome addition to their TruFoam Genesis lineup, but I think that the Honolulu J2NFK outperforms it. Let's dive in. Hey, this is Braden with Pickleball Effect. Today I'm comparing two foam core hybrid shape paddles. You have the Carbon TruFoam Genesis 4, which I'll refer to as the TFG4, and then you have the Honolulu J2NFK. Honolulu has several options in their J2 foam line, but I think that the J2NFK is the best one of the bunch, so I decided to simplify things and just use this one in this comparison video. But if you are interested in any of the other paddles, they all play very similar, and you can swap out the things I say for the NFK for the other paddles. I'm going to compare construction methods and specs, offensive ability, control, maneuverability, forgiveness, and finally value. Then I'll end with my final thoughts on the comparison and which one I'd recommend. If you decide to purchase either of these paddles and you found my review helpful, please use the discount code PBEffect on either paddle to save some money and to help support my review efforts. And if you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the awesome stuff I publish. Both paddles are hybrid shapes with the same length and width, but their head and neck tapers differ. The TFG4 has a top to bottom head taper and a steeper neck taper, while the NFK does not have that taper in the head and has a wider neck. The TFG4 also has a longer 5.5 inch handle, offering more space for two hands compared to the NFK's 5.25 effective length. Though Honolulu is beginning to offer longer handles, the TFG4's grip is also thicker at 4.25 inches versus the 4.125 on the NFK. Looking at the cores, both use full foam but take different approaches. The TFG4 features a cutout design with voids in the foam to achieve specific play characteristics, while the NFK uses a notch design with high density foam in the center and less dense foam for the notches around the sides. Let's compare specs now. So the TFG4 has a thinner 14mm core, 8-ounce static weight, lighter 109 swing weight, and a lower twist weight at 6.3, and a balance point of 232mm. The NFK has a 16mm core, 8.1-ounce static weight, 112 swing weight, and a stronger twist weight of 6.8, and then a higher balance point of 236mm. The spec lists look good on both of these, though I like the specs more on the NFK. I think the ideal numbers are ones that can play well out of the box, but still have some room for customization, which is what the NFK gives us. Honolulu managed to deliver a strong twist weight for stability while keeping the swing weight on the lower end of the typical hybrid range, a combo that I really love about their hybrid builds. The numbers on the TFG4 look good too, though I thought it needs some weight to improve its stability and plow through and play its best. However, this is a nice change in the numbers compared to the other paddles in the TFG lineup that are all on the heavier side without oversized sweet spots. You can always add weight, but you can't take it off, and I was able to customize it and get it in a good place. Out of the box, the J2NFK has more firepower. In my paddle database, it ranks in the 86th percentile for power and 72nd for pop, compared to the TFG4's 64th and 65th percentiles. But once I added tungsten and brought both paddles up to a 114 swing weight, the gap in power and pop narrowed. They both land in that lower end of the power category. Same with the spin ratings on these paddles. They both have excellent spin ratings without one having a clear advantage. They both pocket the ball well and have higher launch angles. However, if you don't want a power paddle and want something that's more in the all-court range, then the TFG4 gives you that if you don't add weight. You just get a slightly below average sweet spot for a hybrid. Control-wise, I give the edge to the NFK. While they both have similar power and pop ratings after being weighted up, the bounce was just more consistent on the NFK. The way the TFG4 is built has everything focused on performing well in the sweet spot, and you get more spring than you expect sometimes when you hit it just right. This can be great when you're finishing the ball, but this has drawbacks on the defensive side when you're trying to reset a ball or trying to hit a specific spot. I would only notice this unexpected energy return once or so a game, so it wasn't a huge deal, but it was definitely there. Both paddles have a softer, foamy feel and more pocketing than typical polymer honeycomb paddles. And then on the stiffness scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate the NFK a 3 and the TFG4 a 5. The NFK feels softer and more muted, while the TFG4 is a little firmer and springier. I liked how they both felt. Choosing between them comes down to personal preference more than anything else. The TFG4 takes the win for maneuverability. It's thinner, has a lower swing weight, and can be customized for more power and stability without sacrificing too much quickness. The NFK is also maneuverable for a hybrid, but just not quite as fast as the other one. That said, the NFK offers a great balance of maneuverability and forgiveness right out of the box that the TFG4 just can't match even when it's weighted up. For forgiveness and sweet spot size, the NFK shines and wins this category. Carbon went light with the TFG4 for better maneuverability, but that comes at the cost of some forgiveness. The TFG4 isn't horrible here or anything, but even a weighted up TFG4 doesn't quite match the NFK's forgiveness level. The NFK is solid right out of the box, and with just 1 to 2 grams on each side, it gives it an oversized sweet spot. Now let's talk value. The winner for this comes down to more than just the cost of the paddle. The NFK comes in at $171 with code PB Effect, while the TFG4 is $252 after using that same code. Both brands offer a 1-year warranty, but Carbon includes a generous 30-day test drive return policy for a full refund that Honolulu doesn't offer. While the NFK is significantly more affordable, the risk-free trial can add a level of peace of mind. As for which one provides more value, I think the NFK wins. The lower price tag is enough for me to give it the edge, though that better return policy for Carbon is going to make others say that it has more value because nothing beats play testing a paddle to see if it's the one for you. I'll finish here with my conclusion and recommendation. I honestly enjoyed playing with both paddles. They're well built and among the top options on the market right now. That said, I prefer the J2NFK. I thought it outperformed the TFG4. It stands out to me with its large sweet spot and the fact that I could control it a bit better than the TFG4 despite it offering more firepower. There's really not that much to knock. The NFK delivers a controllable power profile with a pleasant feel and good sweet spot, and is a good option for players who are seeking more offensive ability without committing to a big power paddle. And then it comes in at under $200, which makes it a great value. That said, you might still prefer the TFG4 if you value extreme maneuverability. Carbon also offers the TFG2 for a similar feel and a wide body shape, while the NFK is currently only available as a hybrid. I also think that the TFG4 is a great addition to Carbon's lineup, filling a gap with a lighter extended shape option that they didn't have before. So there you have it. Thanks for watching, and I hope it helped. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments. I'm happy to dive deeper where needed.